10 things in America that puzzle most foreigners. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, The Brightest. Did you know that Europeans spend 5 to 10% of their salary on tipping? Not bad. However, Americans spend 15 to 20% of their salary on tipping. So if you ever visit the US and if you can't tip at least $1, then be ready to embrace your cheapness, because tips are a huge deal in America. And if this seems very common and casual for you, I'm sure you would be shocked after seeing this image. What? A deep-fried bubble gum? Yes, they eat deep-fried gums. Now, if you want to know why, then stay tuned, because in this video, you will be learning 9 of the weirdest and surprising things Americans do that puzzle every single foreigner. Like, if you ever walk on the streets of New York and an American smiles at you and says, "How are you?" I would suggest never reply to them with a quick, "I'm fine," because then you will be judged heavily. Or, as we all know, that all the products at Walmart are cheap. But what if I told you that that's not the case? The price tags on the item is not the actual cost.
What?
Yes, they are false tags. Puzzled again? Come on, let's not waste another moment and start with our first weirdest thing that Americans do. Number 1, they always smile at everyone. When a stranger on the street smiles at you, you assume that either he is drunk or insane, right? Though it varies from region to region. If you are walking the streets of the US, Americans are much quicker to smile at other foreigners and offer a warm hello. These kind greetings may catch some outsiders by surprise, but do not fret. Well, let me tell you why they are so warm. These Yankees often smile at total strangers to bond socially. In addition to the politeness, you might hear them ask, "How are you?" And if you answer with a, "Hey, I'm fine. What about you?" you'll see confused looks on their faces, because they don't want to know how you're doing. That's just another way of saying,
Hey, how you doing?
Even so, in offices, they address their colleagues in non-formal ways. No sir, no ma'am, and definitely no Mr. and Mrs., but just their names. Try calling your boss by his name and let me know the reaction.
When I am busy, do you understand?
Number 2, public toilets have larger gaps. Isn't this common in so many countries? Guys, would you be comfortable entering a toilet that has such a large door gap? I mean, clearly it offers less privacy. I don't know about you, but I sure as hell don't want to enter that restroom. But in America, such is not the case. The toilets there often puzzle the foreigners because they seem less private than the ones in other countries. But why? What is the purpose of it? Well, the purpose seems to be quite obvious. The gap at the bottom helps to clean the floor easier and faster. Others state that the gaps are there for avoiding any hanky-panky business in the toilet. You get my drift there, huh? And apart from this, there has been multiple cases wherein people have been pranked and locked in the toilet and then the lock got jammed. Gosh, if they had a gap in there back then, those people would have managed to escape, right? Hence, to avoid such incidents, the toilets have larger gaps at the side and at the bottom of the stalls. Number 3, lip-smacking food. Friends, you might have seen Americans eating deep-fried burgers, deep-fried pizza, deep-fried Oreos. But did you know that the Americans go as far as deep-fried bubblegum? What the hell? Can't even imagine the taste, and I don't want to either. But could you even fathom that our all-time snack, Lay's, has more than 200 different flavors? Gosh. Yeah, this is shocking for other countries, as Lay's has different varieties and different numbers of flavors in different countries. Apart from this, these Yankees also love their huge portions, and therefore, many restaurants and fast food chains are famous for serving huge burgers and pizza. Why is the food supersized? Let me tell you that the food in America is quite cheap, so the restaurants serve large portions to entice the customers. Also, the Americans are obsessed with deep-fried food. That's because they believe that frying is a quick method of cooking rather than using ovens. You wouldn't believe it, but they fry anything and everything, from fruits to vegetables and even biscuits to bubblegum. And did you know that the kids' favorite biscuit, Oreo, has literally 25 different flavors? The biggest reason for them serving this many varieties is because they don't want their customers to stand in a queue. And on top of that, they also want them to have various options. Number 4, price tags don't include include taxes. Well, if you ever visit Walmart in America, be ready to spend more than what's written on the price tag. Why, you ask? Well, the signboard on top of the shelves may scream
low price,
but when you're paying the bill, the prices are not so low. What happens is that the prices you see on the tags are not the final ones because it doesn't show the taxes that will be included at the billing counter, increasing its final cost. Why the hell would they do that? Well, generally the sales tax is not fixed and it varies from state to state. Different places have different sales tax. For a stranger, it becomes quite challenging to do the calculation, but don't worry. If nothing else, your math will surely improve a bit. Number 5. Coins don't display numerical value and have weird names. All the foreigners are so confused when they come across the coins in America. In most countries, the value of the coin is displayed on either side, but that is not the case in the US. Have you thought why they don't do that? The quick guess can be that the smart Americans made different coins of different metals. And now, since you know the difference between the value of each metal, do you really need a numerical value on top? No, right? And now let's talk about the weird names given to every coin. Well, the 1-cent coin is called the penny after the British cent, and the 5-cent is called the nickel, thanks to the material it's made of. The 10-cent dime, it derives from the Latin word decimus, meaning 1/10. And for the 25-cent, it's called a quarter. But anyway, nowadays, people there have stopped using coins mostly because they prefer the $1 note. Number 6, can return almost any gift. Has the shopkeeper ever accepted returns if you don't have a receipt? I doubt it happens in any other country, but it is true. In the US, you can return any gift, even if you don't have a receipt. Yeah, I'm shocked too. So if you didn't like a sweater that your aunt gifted you because it has bunnies on it or whatever, then no worries. You can almost return anything you don't like, even if you were not the one who bought it. So great, right? Most stores put a unique code on their items for authentication so that they can be scanned and checked that the item was purchased from the same store. This might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, it gets weirder. You wouldn't believe it, but they even have a day called the National Return Day in the month of January, where people can return their Christmas gifts that they don't like. Number 7, free refills. Have you ever received a soda or a coffee refill when you visited a restaurant? What? Are you stunned? Yes, in America, everything is possible. While most countries charge for extra refills, in the US, it is completely free. Yes, that's right. You wouldn't believe it. In some diners, such as Waffle Houses and ordinary restaurants, they will charge you for the first cup of coffee, but will keep refilling it for free. When life gives you free stuff, take it and run. And why should it always be the caffeinators to have all the fun? Well, people, if you even order iced tea, you'll also get unlimited refills in most places, especially in the southern parts. Seriously? Tea too? Yes. Is it a tradition or something? No. The diners and restaurants refill their glasses or cups to attract the customers because coffee and soda are extremely cheap there, and refilling them doesn't cost the restaurant more than a few cents. But the incoming customers might order something, and boy, that's gonna definitely profit them. Number 8, wearing pajamas in public. If it is pajamas today, what is it going to be tomorrow? Wearing your underwear? And there is absolutely nothing wrong with wearing pajamas. Americans are pretty famous for their changing trends in fashion style. Most of the college students attend university in pajamas. You can even see some of them going to the office in their PJs. Well, not throughout America though. In many parts of the US, people don't wear pajamas at all. They maintain their professionalism. But still, pajamas in the office? When can I join in? Number 9, cash bail. If you steal a car or a piece of expensive jewelry and get caught by the police, you can just pay for yourself and get bailed out. Yes, that's right. No court trial, no nothing. But now most of the states have totally demolished this practice. Like California has totally stopped the cash bail system. But why? What's wrong with cash bail? Well, the fact is that 3 out of 5 people in the US have not been convicted of a crime. That means 500,000 people are sitting in jail, despite the fact that they are legally innocent for the crime that they are being charged for. Earlier, criminals used to pay bail amounts and get instantly released without any trials. Because of this, most jurisdictions that used to operate on a cash bail are now operated by court, in which the court first determines whether the person is guilty or not, and it also determines the amount of money the person has to pay in order to secure a release, if he or she is found guilty. Further, the amount acts as collateral to make sure that the person appears for the trial. So friends, if there are some things that are done in your country and you find them weird, let us know in the comments below. below. If you live in the US and found something missing on the list, you can let us know your thoughts. If you liked the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Want to get brighter every day with us? Well then subscribe to my channel, The Brightest, and hit the notification bell to never miss an update from our end. Mr. Bright will meet you in another video. Until then, as always, toodles!